How would you rate Arsenal's start to the season so far? And I mean, we've had the trickiest start of anyone in the Premier League, in my opinion. Our away days have been Manchester United, Liverpool, and Newcastle. I mean, you can't really get harder than that, especially for Arsenal. Now, you could debate Man United's shit, opening day of the season, new signings like Cunha and Mbeumo. I mean, they were up for it and we still managed to get the clean sheet and the win. Liverpool, yes, we did lose, so we need to scrap that. Newcastle, Arsenal are known for going there and losing and getting absolutely battered, getting out muscled. But when we went there, we controlled the game and we dominated them. We were so unlucky to concede in like the 34th minute. I mean, we should have been 2-0 up at that point. And I think that win was so deserved and it was so good and so ironic how we got it in the 96th minute after Liverpool getting 5 consecutive games scoring late minute winners. It was finally Arsenal's turn, and now we're top of the table. And how things change. I mean, when that Newcastle game happened, people were telling us that if we lose to Newcastle, we're out of the title race. 2 games later, not even just over a week later, Arsenal sit first into the international break, Liverpool in second, and I mean it's all in Arsenal's hands. But as an Arsenal fan, you can't get too excited. Arsenal have been in this position, an even better position. Now, yes, the experience wasn't there, but we have been in a position where we were 8 points clear at Christmas. At Christmas, we were 8 points clear, and we still managed to bottle it quite comfortably. We were 5 points off the title, and Man City lost against Brighton, was it? They were losing games towards the end of the season, which they could have easily been 10 points clear of Arsenal if they were to try. But we're here to talk about Arsenal's start to the season, starting off with Manchester United. I mean, this game right here, opening game of the season, it was always going to be tough. And it was a coincidence how the only goal of the game came from a corner. Calafiori, I mean, he was unbelievable. He's been one of our best players throughout the entirety of the season. If we look at the lineup here, I mean, Ben White started that game. Jurriën Timber didn't even start. Apart from that, that is probably our strongest 11, bar Eze. But, I mean, the lineup, Gyökeres, this guy was not even fully fit whatsoever. He came off in the 60th minute. He was horrendous in this game. I'm not going to lie. I love Gyökeres. I love him so much, but he was terrible. I mean, he was just getting bullied by De Ligt. Absolutely bullied. And if you talk about Manchester United, Cunha and Mbeumo, that is one of the best games I've seen from them in a Manchester United shirt. I mean, especially Cunha. Since that game, what has he actually done? I don't think he's registered a goal or an assist this season, which is ridiculous. Don't know how he's not been talked about enough. But on Arsenal's side, defensively was solid. David Raya at Old Trafford is a matchmaking in heaven. I mean, it's like prime Manuel Neuer and prime Iker Casillas put him on. He was unbelievable. Same last year. He kept us in the game last year and he won us the game this year. Unbelievable. I mean, they dominated us. That was probably their best. That was probably their best game of the season, and they lost. And people were telling us, "Oh, but we played better than you." Who cares? Who cares? But then next up, we had Leeds United 5-0. That was a standard win. Every single time we play a newly promoted side. I don't want to jinx it, but we batter them. I mean, 2 years ago, I remember we beat Sheffield United, Burnley, back-to-back, like 6-0 away from home. Not today. Against Leeds, we beat them 5-0 at home. I mean, we just usually beat these teams. And yes, people were saying, oh, but we need to get over the line against the lower league teams. These kind of teams like Leeds United, we've always been known to absolutely thrash them. It's more of those teams like West Ham, the Newcastles, the Aston Villas, the Evertons, Crystal Palaces, Fulhams, all these teams which we need to beat. And so far, we've beaten Newcastle away and West Ham at home. Now, you might think West Ham at home, they're one of the worst sides in the league. For Arsenal, they're one of the best. I mean, we play so shit against them, especially at the Emirates. But with this game, I mean, Gyökeres, probably his best game in terms of goals. I mean, he got 2 goals. Penalty. Max Dowman came on, earned the penalty. 15 years old, by the way. This game right here from Jurriën Timber, wow. This solidified his position this season. The only downside to this game, this could have been the perfect match if Saka and Ødegaard didn't come off injured. I mean, it's so unfortunate. And since then, Saka's made a good comeback. But Erdegaard, even though he put in brilliant performances against Olympiacos and Newcastle, he's just been not. He can't get back into the rhythm of 90 minutes every single game. He came off against Nottingham Forest later on. Then he came off against West Ham yesterday or 2 days ago in the first half. It's so unfortunate. This game was unbelievable. I enjoyed watching it so much. But then, I mean, if we move on, Liverpool at home. I mean, Liverpool away, sorry, at Anfield. Always going to be a tough game. And I feel like we would have won the game if Mikel Arteta pulled down the handbrake. I mean, it was ridiculous. The first time we saw Marino, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and I wish it was the last, but no, he carried it on against Bilbao and Man City. He got lucky that we beat Bilbao. But apart from that, wow. That midfield three is a no-go. I want to stay away from that as much as possible. And I think Mikel Arteta now sees that he does not want to play that midfield anymore. We played shocking against Liverpool. So defensive. But I don't get why Arsenal were criticised so heavily, even though Liverpool played the exact same at their backyard. I mean, they were at their home ground, all the fans around them. Arsenal away at Anfield, one of the toughest away days in the entire world. But Arsenal were the ones criticised for playing defensive. It's just, it's the Arsenal bias. Then Nottingham Forest, Ange's first game of the season. I mean, he got outplayed. Madueke and Eze this game, by the way. Wow, what a duo. And that was probably the best game for Madueke I've seen in forever. He was good against Bilbao and Man City, but oh my days, against Nottingham Forest, he was unbelievable. Bilbao, tough away day. First Champions League game. I'm pretty sure it was first Champions League game for Bilbao since 2014, 2015, I think it was. And we just played them. Played to our strengths, even though we had Marino in midfield with Declan Rice and Zubimendi. We still won 2-0, all thanks to Martinelli and Trossard coming off the bench. Manchester City. Now, this game right here, I want to talk about. So disappointed with this game. I mean, Saliba came back from his ankle injury against Liverpool, got straight into the starting 11, despite Mosquera putting in brilliant performances back to back. He did well against Haaland, even though he scored. But, I mean, this lineup's ridiculous. Just look at this lineup and tell me, why did Mikel do this? Marino, we had Eze on the bench and Waneri. We had played Marino. Trossard on the left. I don't know how he survived 84 minutes. He was dreadful. And apart from that, I feel like this lineup wasn't too bad. But those two changes that Arteta needed to make in the first minute of the game cost us. I mean, you saw the difference. The first 45 to the second 45. And yes, Man City played defensive in that second half of the game. But we were all over them. We absolutely battered them. If we look at the facts here, 67% possession to Man City's 33. That is the lowest possession Pep Guardiola has ever recorded in a league match. We dominate them. 12 shots to 5. I mean, the expected goals, though, is kind of poor. We only had a 0.89 XG compared to their 0.87. I mean, it's only 0.02 XG difference. Big chances, 2 each, and it was 1-1 draw. Scraped to a brilliant finish from Martinelli. What a goal that was. Unbelievable. Then Port Vale. I mean, Port Vale, it's just an easy win. It was a brilliant goal from Eze. Trossard comes off the bench, scores. Lineup. I mean, look at that lineup and tell me, why are we playing this lineup? Because our squad depth is unbelievable. Kepa in goal was brilliant for Bournemouth last year. Ben White, I mean, 2 years ago was regarded as one of the best right backs in the entire league. Now he's coming on playing against Port Vale because Jurriën Timber's our number one. Ridiculous. William Saliba, the Rolls Royce, is playing against Port Vale. Mosquera, once again, this guy is unbelievable. He could honestly, I'm not saying this, he could get in the starting 11 if he wanted to. He's fantastic. And Saliba, Miles Lewis-Skelly, he was top 10 in the under-21 Copper Trophy, I think it was. Top 10, I think he was 9th. He's playing against Port Vale because our squad depth is unbelievable. Eze, Norgard, a Premier League proven captain for Brentford. He can't even get into our starting 11. He can barely make it off the bench starting against Port Vale. Waneri, one of the highest prospects, biggest. He's got such a bright future. And he can't get into starting 11. Bukayo Saka, we just gave him minutes in this game. Marino up front. Didn't really notice that, to be honest. I thought it was going to be Eze off the left, Martinelli up top, and Marino. But I guess that formation there and Marino playing up top is probably more attacking, and then Martinelli off the left, which is ridiculous, by the way, considering that he was our starting left wing just last season. Then obviously we had the Newcastle game, 2-1 away from home. Marino in the 84th minute, brilliant header against his former team. And then we had Gabriel. I mean, he was getting bullied that game. Actually, bullied a stretch. The only time he got bullied was when Nick Voltemada pushed him, and then, I wouldn't say pushed. Gabriel was a bit pathetic. I made it quite obvious in my TikToks that it was pathetic from him. But he made up for it, and he scored the winning goal. And since that game, the morality of the fans, the players, the manager, it's remarkable. Especially now that we've got William Saliba tied down, Jurrien Timber, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice are all in negotiations for new contracts. The morality at this club is ridiculous. It's at an all-time high. I mean, again, we followed up by 2-0 wins against Olympiacos and West Ham. The Olympiacos game, we lost 3 games in a row at the Emirates against Olympiacos before that game, and we beat them. Same with West Ham. We lost twice. We lost 2 in a row in the past 2 years. These 3 teams right there have been our bogey teams over the years, and we managed to just comfortably, apart from the Newcastle game, comfortably beat them. The Olympiacos game, I must say, we were kind of poor. I mean, we started off so dominant. I was thinking to myself, how many are we actually going to score? Is it going to be 5, 6? No. I mean, we struggled, but towards the end, Bukayo Saka off the left just smashes it at the goalkeeper and it just goes through his legs, and it's 2-0. And then the West Ham game, obviously, on Saturday, just before the international break. It's what you need. You need that win, the clean sheet. And that is now 7 clean sheets in 10 games. Our defence is one of the best defences in the entire world, let alone the league. And our squad depth is ridiculous. How are you telling me we have got 8 starters in our squad? You got Miles Lewis-Skelly and Calafiori off the left, Hincapié and Gabriel in the centre-back positions. You got Mosquera and Saliba in the right centre-back options, Ben White and Jurrien Timber right-back options. And don't forget, Miles Lewis-Skelly, in the future, I think Arteta is planning on moving him to the midfield. So then Hincapié will move to the left-hand side. And then Arteta, I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta brings in a left centre-back. I mean, a left-sided centre-back, sorry. Like, it's ridiculous what we're doing. And then if you look at the table here, finally, 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 14 goals scored, 3 goals conceded, plus 11 goal difference, the best goal difference in the entire league. We've scored the second most goals in the entire league, conceded the least amount of goals, and our record is looking very, very good. However, as an Arsenal fan, I've learnt from past, I'm not going to get too excited, but we are in a very, very good position. However, Man City play Everton just before us. They play at 3 p.m, we play 5:30. They have a chance, depending on goal difference, to go above us before we play at Fulham, which is huge. And that Fulham game is going to be vital, absolutely vital. But that's not for another 2 weeks. So thank you for watching. What do you guys think of Arsenal's season so far? I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. Champions League, we've been perfect. We've scored 4 goals, conceded 0. 6 points from 6. Premier League, we're top of the table. But we should be clear. We should be winning. We should have won at least 6 games. I think that Man City game, we should have won. The Liverpool game, I think we should have got a point from it. I think we should have got a point from it. We've conceded a world-class free kick. But apart from that, you can't complain. We're winning comfortably. Yes, we're not battering teams. But I would say we are, though. We've scored the second most goals in the league. Yet fans are complaining that we haven't scored enough. But it is what it is. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what you think of the season so far. And yeah, thank you for watching.